Welcome to Clemson, South Carolina, and the night sky providing a foreboding backdrop for any visitor because the Tigers are ready to open another season here at home. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. So the Clemson Tigers return team didn't help matters out much there. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence, Reese. Always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun for a coach, so much fun to play with him, a guy that can do everything. Everybody on the field is active in a weapon.
Trying to get to him.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Obliterates him, still on the move. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Clemson jumps to the line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll work his way down to the 28. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one?
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's finally herded out of bounds. Really good pickup on 3rd down, and still not quite enough to move the chains. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
The Bulldogs offense will get the ball for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Finds his man. It's Ramsey. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. So it's not just a strong running game. The dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy catch.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The give to the back. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Miranda. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Here comes Clemson with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Miranda. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line. Set up in such good position.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They have the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
To the ground with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Miranda. He's there to make the stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Complete downfield. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown Tigers. What a grab and go for the score.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man. It's Graves. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. On second down, just keeps firing. Got it in the middle, it's Graves. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. A big game there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. He's back to throw on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback checking the play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
A first down run in the red zone. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Phyllis, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Right back to the well. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The inside handoff. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. The throw to the outside is complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. Clemson will send the punt team out. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He shanked it. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give on the inside. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Winston. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Trying to beat the D deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. A strike downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Georgia going up tempo. Fast motion from the offense. Pressure coming. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He unleashes a long one. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The corners are walked up tight. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. The sure hands, it's Graves. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He's going to take off. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab on the left side. He's loose. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Sanchez. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Graves. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads it downfield. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Ohio is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Bobcats have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got him downfield. Nothing but green ahead. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
They got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be low.
He is smashing people. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll go to the ground. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. To the ground to try to move the chains. Powers through the defender. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
He'll come out throwing on first down. With the catch, it's Graves. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Georgia going up tempo. He's going to pass on 2nd down. trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Graves. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Offense set on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's looking for an open man on second down. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.